All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready to dive deep. Today, we're tackling a classic Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret. You've been living with it, and now we're going to break it down together, figure out how it applies to you.
You know, it's funny. This book was recorded back in 56.
Like 56.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Rotary phones, the whole bit. But its message about success, it's timeless. Really makes you think.
Absolutely. It's like a vintage record player, still sounds fresh. And for those who don't know, Nightingale, he built an empire from a single motivational recording. One recording sold over 1 million copies. That's wild. So what was his secret? What did he tap into?
Well, he lays it out pretty clearly. We become what we think about. He uses this ship analogy, right? No destination. You're just drifting. Our minds are the same without goals. Who knows where we'll end up?
It's true how many of us actually set those goals, really think about where we want to go. Nightingale drops this stat that always blows my mind. Only 5% of people who start out at, say, 25 actually achieve what they consider success by 65. 5%. It's crazy.
It's easy to get caught up in just, well, living instead of really consciously deciding where you want to be. And then you're just part of that 95% going, how'd that happen?
Right. Like we're almost programmed to follow the crowd instead of forging our own paths. So how do we escape that? Nightingale says goals. Not just wishing, but really digging in, planting that seed, and nurturing it.
Like a farmer, right?
Yeah.
Plant corn, get corn. Plant, well, poison ivy, not so great a harvest. Our thoughts. Those are the seeds.
And that's where his 30-day action ideas come in. It's great to visualize, but it's the doing that makes all the difference.
100%. He's not selling magic beans here. It's all about aligning action with thought. That's the key.
And he's honest. It takes work, dedication. You gotta be willing to ditch the well-worn path and make your own.
The thing I find so interesting is he doesn't just talk about personal success. He brings in this concept of service, real, lasting success comes from giving back, adding value to the world.
I love that. Especially in this get-rich-quick world, he's talking about something much deeper.
Exactly. He talks about persistence, too. Setbacks happen. Rough seas, storms, it's all part of the journey. He wants us to view those not as failures, but as chances to learn.
Which is what? The growth mindset. It's about progress, not perfection.
It's like those rough seas. They make you a stronger sailor.
100%. Smooth seas never made anyone a good captain, or whatever the saying is.
Right. That's how we turn those dreams into reality, navigating, adjusting, weathering the storms.
There's this quote, I think it's in this book, about success is the progressive realization.
Right.
Something like that. But the point is, it's about taking those small steps, moving forward every day.
And realizing your own version of success, right? What works for me might not work for you, and that's okay. He's not saying there's one right way to do this. It's about defining it for yourself.
He really wants us to own it, you know? Our thoughts, our choices, our lives. He even says, a man's life is what his thoughts make of it. Powerful stuff.
He gives us the tools, too. Remember those 30-day action ideas?
Oh, yeah. He gets into it. Write down your goal. Look at it constantly. Heck, make it your phone background. And swap those negative thoughts for positive ones. It's like rewiring your brain.
And through it all, he circles back to service. A reminder that true success, it often involves looking beyond yourself, contributing something.
Finding that sweet spot where your passions and the world's needs, they intersect.
And that's where it gets really interesting. Because then it's not just about, the material stuff. It's about living a meaningful life.
He talks about fear, too, which, let's be honest, that's a big one holding us back a lot of the time.
Huge. It's so easy to get caught in that loop of focusing on what you don't want instead of what you do want.
Right, like what if I fail instead of what if I totally crush it?
Exactly. He wants us to swap those fear-based thoughts for images of what we want to see happen.
Consciously choosing the positive, even when it's hard.
He has this analogy, the mind is like a farmer's field. You can plant anything, corn, poison ivy, whatever. Field doesn't care. But you got to live with what grows.
I love that. Are you tending a garden or something a lot less pleasant? It's up to us.
And it's ongoing, this tending. Just like a farmer, we got to cultivate our minds.
He also talks about acting as if, even if you don't believe it yet, want to be a confident speaker. Act like one, even if your voice shakes a bit at first.
Right, you're aligning your actions with the reality you want. And then those actions start to shift your beliefs. It's kind of amazing.
Like telling your subconscious, this is who I am now, and your subconscious is like, okay, let's go.
And when thought and action are aligned, when you believe it in your core, that's where the magic happens. You become unstoppable.
And he's real, too. He says, look, if you give up in those first 30 days, don't beat yourself up. Just try again. It's not about perfection, it's about getting there.
It's about getting back up, right? Dusting yourself off and saying, okay, round two.
And we don't have to do it alone either. He mentions this power greater than ourselves, however you interpret that.
Whether it's, a higher power, the universe, whatever resonates. It's about recognizing that we're not alone in this. There's support out there.
It's like we're all connected, tapping into this, like, universal energy source or something.
Right. And those breakthroughs, those aha moments, they can come out of nowhere, Could be a conversation, a book you just happen to see, but you got to be open to it, ready to learn.
When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That's so true, but we got to do our part, put in the work, be willing to grow.
And that's what Nightingale's really getting at with The Strangest Secret. It's not about, like, magic spells so it can feel like that. It's about recognizing we have the power right here within us to shape our own lives.
It's almost too simple, but like you said, so profound. We're not puppets. We get to choose our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions. That's what creates our reality.
It really makes you wonder, what if we all truly got that? Instead of just, like, scrolling and scrolling, what if we actively used our minds to create the world we want to see? Imagine the possibilities, right? If everyone tapped into that power.
It's exciting, but kind of scary too, Like, we have this amazing gift, but are we using it?
It takes practice, like
Yeah.
anything worth doing, but the potential.
Limitless.
So, to everyone listening, if you're ready to explore this more, go back to The Strangest Secret. Really spend time with it. Those 30-day action ideas, they're a game changer, seriously. It's a challenge, no doubt, but so worth it.
Because, honestly, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That about wraps up our deep dive into the incredible power of the mind. We hope you found it, well, insightful, maybe even inspiring. Until next time, keep those minds engaged, stay curious, and remember, you are capable of incredible things. Seriously, believe it.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. It would be a great source of help to maintain and develop this channel and the correlated website. This book overview was presented to you by olbooksummary.com. Are you interested in more insights into personal development books or motivational and inspirational books? Please visit olbooksummary.com and you will find a library of the most helpful self-development and human character development books overviews. See you soon with the next books overview video.